This is Adelaide's FIVEaa.
Partly cloudy this afternoon, 17, with the 4 o'clock news. I'm Michaela Kamarik.
New Mitsubishi Triton with 10-year warranty, 10-year capped price servicing at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Elizabeth.
COVID case numbers and hospitalisations have both jumped in South Australia today. There are 354 people in hospital care, including 12 in ICU. 5,054 new infections have been reported and another 7 deaths. Health Minister Chris Picton says it's unlikely we're past the peak of the third wave.
We're really just coping in terms of the number of hospitalisations that we've got from COVID at the moment. The modelling that we released the other day from Adelaide University says we're expected to get up to 400, and that means that we're going to have to find more beds in the system on top of that.
SA's livestock industry is on alert after foot and mouth disease was detected in an undeclared beef product at Adelaide Airport. It comes as the Agriculture Minister hits back at criticism. He's been indecisive in his response to the disease. Foot mats are being rolled out at international airports in coming days to stop FMD from entering the country. Nationals leader David Littleproud says the measure should have been introduced 2 weeks ago, but Senator Murray Watt says that wasn't possible.
I know some people have said they should have been there day one. I'm afraid to say that you don't pick them up at your local hardware. We've had to get a special order done, and I actually think my department has moved very quickly. And I also don't want to be one of those politicians who goes out and promises things, and then days and days later people are saying, where are they?
Police are reminding drivers to take care as the school holidays come to an end and families return home. Figures show speeding has contributed to 14 fatal crashes this year, overtaking distraction as the leading cause of death. Assistant Commissioner Ian Parrott says they're cracking down on people doing the wrong thing.
We have actually increased penalties in the various offences that are available. So extreme speeding, for example, is criminal behaviour. The immediate loss of licence for various offences such as drug driving, drink driving, etc. These types of things are already harsher penalties that are in place to make sure that people do the right thing and are discouraged from it.
Childcare workers say they've had enough and are vowing to walk off the job as they fight for a wage increase. United Workers Union members have voted to hold a national strike on the 7th of September to demand a funding boost. The union's Helen Gibson says the federal government needs to commit to an urgent fix.
We're really hopeful that this new government will take the calls from educators seriously. It was a key election promise that they want to make early education more affordable and more accessible. The key to delivering on that plan is making sure that there's a workforce there to deliver it.
And the British Prime Minister has delivered his final words in the House of Commons. Boris Johnson announced his resignation earlier this month following a string of scandals. His successor is yet to be decided. Now turning to FIVEaa Sport, it's selection night in the AFL. The Crows meet Sydney at the SCG on Saturday. Josh Rochelle will miss the game as he recovers from an injury. The power play Geelong at Adelaide Oval also on Saturday. AFL Chief Gil McLachlan says they are looking at different options for this year's grand final parade. It follows reports the parade could instead involve a boat ride down the Yarra River. McLachlan says whatever option is chosen, it'll be a brilliant event.
That Friday before the grand final, whether we're going down the river or through sea, there'll be a parade, there'll be a footy festival here in Yarra Park starting on the Wednesday, and there's going to be 4 women's games going on that afternoon. So that public holiday, first grand final back in Melbourne for 3 years, is going to be massive.
And tournament organisers have confirmed Novak Djokovic's COVID vaccination status will keep him from playing at the US Open. Now checking FIVEaa traffic.
A crash near the airport, Tapley's Hill Road near Sir Donald Bradman Drive. A car's on fire, Elizabeth Harvey Road near Atherd Street. And also a crash at Modbury Heights, the Golden Way near McIntyre Road. A breakdown at Martin Portrush Road just before Paynham Road. The left-hand lane is closed, affecting inbound. And down to 40 at Woodville Port Road inbound from Cheltenham Parade to Kilkenny Road. Order a selected Audi by August 31 and receive complimentary 5 years, 75,000 kilometres scheduled servicing at your preferred Audi dealer. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEaa.
Now the FIVEaa forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy this afternoon, 17. Cloudy tomorrow, 17. Saturday mostly sunny, 18. And Sunday showers developing, a top of 19. Right now it's 16 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
The latest on the case of little Charlie. Why wasn't she going to school? Potentially devastating foot and mouth disease lands in Adelaide. SA COVID cases top 5,000. An urgent national safety recall of 2 children's toys. The simple weight loss trick that now has expert backing. Plus, what's driving an Aussie retail boom. I'm Kate Collins. See the full story on 9 News Tonight at 6.
This is Rowing's Sports Show. Stephen Rowe and Sam Tugwell.
It's 5 minutes after 4 for your Thursday afternoon. Massive footy stories to get stuck into this afternoon. Rory Sloane to join us. Matt Doldig, Raxi Blundell for a weather now, and Sam Newman will join us from 5 o'clock. Lots to get into. Sam Tugwell with Stephen Rowe. Rowie, welcome.
Thank you, Sam. Another glorious winter's day. Just glorious out there, and especially the fact the big thumping, kidney-slapping King George Whiting are in.
Is that
That's them. Yeah, they slapped the living gizzards out of your kidney. You ever caught one?
No.
Yeah.
You need to teach me.
I need to get you out in the
Yes.
boat. Well, it might. You're a bit young.
Oh, no promises there. Oh, geez, okay. I won't join you.
As you said, Rory Sloane, Sam Newman on Fox Golf and Life will do that for Harvey Norman after 5 o'clock. Little Caro's over in... Are we allowed to say where she's at?
She's in Europe.
She's in Europe. Okay. You don't want to know specific?
No, she said she's in Europe.
In Europe.
That's where she's specified to us.
So I can't say Amsterdam?
Okay,
Well,
too
there
late.
you go, see? Don't tell me something I'm not allowed to say. Hey, our Walker, where are they now? I'm looking forward to this. Played Sheffield Shield Christmas Day in 69.
Wow.
Do not miss that after 5. That'll be great. Crows and Port's team before 6. We'll get to that. We would love your calls. We love your interaction. The lines are available. You can get straight on the blood and bone right now. Crows day off today. They have Sydney at the SCG. We heard that in our 5AA news. That's Sat the Arvo. They are a Formula One car that just play that strip straight down the middle if they're allowed. So it's a massive test for the boys. They need to bring the heat they did last week. They can do it. They're likely to go in unchanged, barring any late outs. We know Lairdy's ankle is A-OK. Dawson influenza, still crook, but what? He has 48 hours. He'd love to play against his old mob. A few others are banged up. I do like reward for effort. As we said, we'd have that team before 6. Just be interesting for me to see who they're going to put in as those emergencies, because it's a little look to who's in form. Lockie Scholl can do no more. So I'd like to see him named. Braden Cook's another one. I just think he's got the X-factor talent, the sidestep. He's too good for sample level. He's sitting there. Let's see where he's at. Both need to get back in that team. There's a number of other players before season's end. They sit at the top of the Woozer. Be a big game Saturday versus Nord. Won't it in the sample?
Excellent.
Port held their main training session today. Mid-year draftee Bryn Teakle is in the frame, recovered from that broken collarbone. That is huge. And surprisingly, 5AA's very own Orazio Fantasia. It's Fantasia. Do you call him Fantasia?
Yeah, Fantasia.
It's Fantasia. Fanta. I played with Fanta. Jimmy, here's Nathan Bassett at yesterday's presser.
It'd be nice. I mean, it really depends how much of a chance we think he's going to get through. We think he's a good chance he'll play and play a full game. We'll discuss it more during the week. There's a risk reward, and the risk is significant, and it's how big the reward is.
They sound like they're going to pick him. That is a dead set throw at the stumps. I don't think it's out of desperation. They've really got nothing to lose. It's having what you call a good old slash or lash outside off stump. You're a cricketer. Is it slash or lash?
You're having a lash is what Pembo likes to say.
You're having a lash.
Yes.
And you know what? Good on him. I'm all in. Just for those that want to know, Orazio, this is his season today. He was named round 9 as the sub. Didn't come on.
Didn't play.
He's played one full Sandful game where he kicked 5 points. Was electric, by the way.
That was awesome.
Pulled up lame.
Yep.
Pulled up lame.
Come on.
4 weeks later, he's looking to be put straight back in the A team for the first game of AFL for the year. Good on him. That is a big set of cool yawns. Donk, donk.
Do you do it? If you're Port fans, do you do it? Do
I'm
you
all in.
put him in? Do you put Bryn Teakle back in?
Port supporters, that's the question. Are you all in?
30 minutes of great footy on debut, and then we haven't seen him since. Put him straight back in.
All in this week v Geelong? Are you picking Fantasia and Teakle? Are you having a good old lash or slash?
Lash.
Lash.
You got to have a lash.
Are you having a lash outside of start? Because you lose. Top 8 is, can I spell it? Gone. What's that spell?
Yep.
Gone.
Gone.
Ski. Gone. Gone. Who did that? Gone. Gone. Is that English?
We'll have to follow that up.
You're gone. It's Fox Footy Retro Round this week. So we asked Rory, this is Rory Sloan, we'll speak to him later in the evening, what his favourite jumper was.
I'd have to, it's a state Guernsey. It was yellow, or like a sort of golden, more golden colour. Had an old school logo on the front with a couple of red sashes across. Really cool looking logo.
This is always a fun topic.
Yeah, look, it is. We've loaded that jumper on our Rowies Twitter account as well. Have a look at it. Crows have had, 6 or 7 retro jumpers. I must say I do like that one. Port Adelaide's is easy. Your retro jumper is your prison bar jumper.
Correct.
That'll be every Port person's favourite jumper. But which one, what year, what era is what I'm trying to say. Mine obviously is the Norwood jumper. I think it's still the best football strip in the world. The 87-88 one was woolen, blue and red. I loved it. I just simply absolutely loved it. So we're in the sport room and we were discussing retro round. Do you like retro round? What's your favourite retro round jumper? And everyone's got one. You can get to it. But someone popped up, I think it was Money or someone popped up and said, Craig Money, our boss.
Yeah. He made mention.
He made mention. No one else out there knows. But we had a little sport.
Yeah, we were having a little meeting. We
had a little meeting.
We talk footy a lot in the sports room, and one of these great topics is footy jumpers. Everyone brings out a little retro jumper here and there, and but what are your favourites?
But somebody brought up that Michael Aish, the great Michael Aish, wore a lace-up jumper.
Yes.
Now, back in my era, Port wore them every year. Sturt wore them every year, and everyone wore them. I can't remember Aishi ever wearing a lace-up jumper, let alone anyone at Nord wearing a lace-up jumper. I just cannot remember it. So I thought we'd get Rowdy on and ask him. Rowdy, welcome.
Bring it, good.
Did you wear a lace-up?
Did I what? I wore a lace-up probably, I reckon, 85, and did I look any good in that, Ringer?
So, but we as a club didn't. Wally Miller would have never, and Neil Baum ever let us wear a lace-up, but you did, but then you were the great.
Well, no, I wouldn't go that far, but for some reason, they asked if we wanted a lace-up, and I actually wore it when I was at school at Pulteney Grammar. We had lace-ups, and I thought, yeah, look, I'll have a crack at that, and I can't remember how long. Actually, I can't remember a lot of things, but I reckon it was at least probably 85 for a good 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, well, I played with you. I can vaguely remember it, but no one else did they? Macca wouldn't have. No, Neville Roberts didn't.
No, Robbie Barton, I reckon, definitely did.
Okay, yep.
And I reckon, no, I could be completely wrong here, but for some reason, the great 2-8, I thought he actually...
Johnny Wynn.
He had one. Yeah, I reckon, but hey, don't quote me on it. And I don't think there may have been one or two others, may have been.
Okay, so what was your favourite jumper? We've opened it to the listeners. Mine is a Norwood jumper, full stop. Certainly not the Lycra jumper that bloody Craigie made us wear in '94. But what's your favourite jumper?
Oh, definitely the lace-up. No question.
Really?
Yeah, no, loved wearing that. Now, for what reason, no idea. It was obviously a lot tighter on you than the old woolen jumpers or whatever they used to be made out of, and loved wearing it.
Yeah, I remember when it rained in our Nord jumper, it felt like you were a sheep. You weighed about a ton. Have you still got the lace up?
Mate, I have still got the lace up. I actually gave it away. I gave it away to Lyle Wilson, a good Nord man that had the whole fast pub, and one day I was walking down at the bay with a mate of mine, Peter Remington, that owns the beach house, and Lyle was down there with some mates, and I just went and said hello, and I didn't have the courage because I'd given it to Lyle about 10 years earlier. I gave it to him, and I said to Pete, I'd love to get that back. It was just quite precious. And Pete just had a chat to him during the week and whatever, and Lyle was very gracious enough to give it back to me. He'd had it framed front and back with the number showing at the back, and yes, I was very lucky that he was good enough to give it back. So very happy.
You'd still fit in it too, you little skilly waggy tail, you.
Yeah, well, I just, I did bump into you a couple of days ago, Ringer, and I don't think they make jumpers big enough for you these days.
Yeah, the old bullnose ran her over the tool set. That's enough, Rowdy. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Michael Ace, the legend. Well, there you go. So, what is your favourite football jumper? Period.
8223 0000. We've got a $50 Powers voucher. Let's get the conversation started. This is one of the great footy topics. What's your favourite footy jumper?
Don't just say the prison bar strip. There's an era or a year.
There is. There's different types.
There was different types of them.
The
what retro
version.
jumper? And it's on the back. It's retro round or Fox Sports retro round. A lot of the AFL clubs are wearing a retro jumper. You've got a favourite one. If you're a Crow or Report, get to it. Have your say.
Sample ones. They're the great ones as well.
Oh.
What about the Eagles and the old West Torrens jerseys? What about the old Sturt ones? Doesn't have to just be AFL. What about local clubs? Your local club might have a great one.
Whatever you want. Your favourite jumper. Before we take your calls, and we will shortly, 4:15, it's been reported Alistair Clarkson has put a $1.6 million price on his head to coach. Now, it looks like North are up to his eyeballs in him. GWS would have him. I'm not too sure many would pay $1.6 million. So I worked it out. It's around 22 to 23% of the club's soft cap spend. The soft cap spend is your PPT, your doctors, your physios, your assistants, your senior coach. A lot of senior coaches are saying they want the senior coaches' wages outside of the soft cap spend. But at this stage, it's in the soft cap spend. So nearly a quarter of your payment on one bloke. Is any coach worth that? And $1.6 million, could it help you win a flag? Because in a rebuild's not just the coach. He's the icing on the cake. It's the talent ID. Then you've got to recruit it. You've got to have the list spots and the list management strategy to get it. Then when you've got it, you've got to develop it. Then you've got to have a physical performance team that keep it on the park before a coach even touches that asset. So is that asset really worth $1.6 million? What I'd say to that is, you've got to be in it to win it. And if he's the best, and I think he is, if you look at his record, the other thing for me is in 2025, the soft cap spend could go through the roof because we're going to get $3 billion in a new TV deal.
Correct.
So if I'm on the North board and I can get Alistair Clarkson to coach my team, and he used to play there, and he's got history, I'm all in. I think he's worth 1.6.
So that's the investment.
That is your investment.
Or is it just a little bit excessive?
Well, 1.6.
Could you get him for 1.3? I guess that's another wage.
We're not debating that. We're debating is he worth 1.6? Correct. So Crow's Report. Would you go and get Alistair Clarkson for 1.6?
Have you say. 8223 0000. Lots of good topics to get stuck into. $50 Powers voucher and even a $100 Sip and Save Best Text voucher for your Thursday. Lots of them coming in. We'll get to them after the break. It's 18 minutes after 4.
Each week on Roey's Sports Show, get the very latest on who's fighting fit and who's falling flat with Roey's Injury Report. It's the absolute latest from both the Crows and the Power, thanks to Western Hospital, the type of quality care you deserve. westernhospital.com.au.
Top of the list? First pick, numero uno. If you've been dreaming of choosing a new Mazda, Mawson Lakes Mazda want to give you preferential treatment. New stock has arrived, and right now you can take first pick of the Mazda range and lock in an amazing deal. Get behind the wheel of your dream Mazda sooner. See the new stock available for delivery now. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
You don't think it's ever going to happen to you. I knew our relationship was strained, especially with both of us working full-time and having 3 young kids, but I didn't think I'd ever hear the word separation. That's why I went to Marnie's lawyers. The first meeting was free, and they guided me through everything from the divorce, property settlement, and arrangements with the kids. Thanks to the team at Marnie's, I was able to move on with my life.
Marnie's Lawyers, Adelaide's family law experts. marnieslawyers.net.au.
Lines available. You got a favourite jumper, a favourite footy jumper? A quick Sip and Save text, Sam, which was to you. Sorry, you should have read it. Can you let Rowie know David Payne wore a lace-up Guernsey for Nord? I reckon he did. Paney and I rove together. Paney wore number 17 after Greg Turnbull. 1984 Premiership player, Paney. He's an absolute star. I reckon he did.
There you go.
What is your favourite football jumper? Have you say? Hey, budget car and truck rental, they make life easy. Whether you need to move equipment or you're moving your own home, you'll find the widest variety of vehicles at a really competitive price. Remember the name, Budget Car and Truck Rental. Blue chippers, from refrigerated trucks and vans to utes, four-wheel drive, sedans and wagons to buses. You can drive on a car licence, even big trucks. Budget Car and Truck Rental have the vehicle to get it done with zero fuss. 7 convenient locations across the metro area, plus regional locations. You'll find a budget near you. So if you're moving out or in, taking a load to the tip or going on a big trip, do it with Budget Car and Truck Rental. Bouget, 132727.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Once upon a time, laptops were assumed to have less features than their desktop counterparts. Now, it's laptops like the HP Pavilion series that are stealing all the thunder. The HP Pavilion X360 is a 2-in-1 device, meaning it can be a laptop or it can fold into a touchscreen device. Streaming movies and TV, keeping in touch with video calls and generally getting things done is way more fun on an X360. Not only can you bend and flip with its 360-degree hinge, but it is also built for a marathon with long-lasting battery life. Equipped with an Intel i3, 8GB of RAM and a 256GB solid-state drive, it's the perfect computer for work, school or university. Get into your local Harvey Norman store now and grab the HP Pavilion X360 for only $898.
Check out this great offer at 5AA.com.au. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
For only $12.99 per kilo, you can buy yourself epic crackling, epic crunch, epic flavour. All in Aldi's Aussie Pork Belly. Epic. Aldi. Good. Different.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Roey's Sports Show.
It's 21 minutes after 4. Going to take your calls in just a moment. 8223 0000 is the number. We're asking the question, what's your favourite footy jumper? Lots of texts coming in. This one from Jason at the Adelaide Hills says definitely the Sturt lace-up in the circa 1980s. Jumbo Prince wore it best.
Yeah, well, who wore your jumper best?
Your heroes.
Getting a lot of sip and save. Well, we loved the old prison bar jumper, and no one wore it better than one S. Hodges, 5 axe handles across the shoulders. He had big guns too.
That's right.
Des
Your
and
heroes wore your jumpers.
Yeah.
What was the favourite of yours?
Read Max out, the bottom one there.
Max says, Roey, my wife still looks great in my old Millicent Footy Club lace-up. That's a good one. We'll take your calls just after we check the traffic.
A crash near the airport, Tapley's Hill Road near Sir Donald Bradman Drive, same at Modbury Heights, the Golden Way near McIntyre Road, a breakdown at Marden causing inbound delays, Portrush Road just before Paynham Road, the left-hand lane is closed there. Heavy delays city-bound Grand Junction Road between Churchill Road and Prospect Road, and a speed camera trimmer parade Seaton. Go pre-owned and enjoy the same feeling you get with a new Toyota. Vehicles are tested and backed by Toyota, Toyota certified pre-owned in a class of its own. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
SA State jumper's probably winning at the moment.
Oh, that's getting a lot of love.
Favourite. That's a favourite, the Superman suit. Hello, John at Rose Park.
G'day, Roey. Hello, Sam. How are you?
We're all yours.
I really like the old Tasmanian Guernsey with the green, yellow Tasmania and a red T in the middle. And it brings back fond memories because I remember as a young fella, I'm showing my age, would have been the 60s, going to a state carnival and sort of seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that Tasmania even played football.
Wow, how good's that? Good memory, John.
But there you go.
Good one.
I just thought there's sort of no other Guernsey like it. Those sort of colours and denotes where the team's coming from.
Yeah, well done, John.
Distinctive.
It is. I remember playing Tassie in a state game and they had the map of Tassie right on their chest. No, they did. The Tasmanian...
They do.
Well, what do you call that?
Darren,
it's a map of Tassie, mate.
It is the map.
Hello, Darren.
G'day, mate. How are you, boys?
Good, Daz.
Good, mate. Listening to your show right now, and you're talking about the Guernseys. Well, I love the old prison bars from Port Adelaide.
Good man.
I do. I love the prison bars. But in saying that, originally, was that the Wharfies jumper?
It's meant to signify the wharfs of port, correct?
Pylons, yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, well, I believe Rooch to be a historian, and that's what he says it to be.
Yep.
I think that's right on the money. Dazza, let's go to Netley. Pete?
Oh, hello, Roy.
Pete?
I can remember Michael Ace playing in the 1985 Grand Final with his lace-up jumper on.
He reckons it was 85.
Yep.
Did we play in the 85? We didn't play in 85.
We played...
84 we did.
We played... Was it 84?
Yeah.
Might have been 84. But you remember a guy called Bill Cox?
Yeah, Coxie.
The doorman at Norwood?
Yep.
He had every jumper, Norwood jumper he could have at home in a room.
Do you imagine what that'd be worth now?
Yeah, well, he's dead now, though. He was my ex-father-in-law.
Oh, stop it. I remember him. He would have had the Norwood Lycra jumper too, Pete.
Yep, he had that. I remember that one too.
Yeah.
And also, back when Johnny Wynn was playing, he did wear 28 with a lace up on it.
Okay. Well, Rowdy thought that. I can't remember. Johnny Wynn, we might have to get him on. The great 2-8. Hey, thanks for the history lesson, Pete. Brilliant. Let's go to Dave.
G'day, the late, great Kenny Whelan in the lace-up.
Yes. Yes.
And was fortunate enough to have him as a teacher at school.
Oh, wow. What did he teach?
Well, in those days it was primary school, so they taught you everything.
Okay.
But the funniest thing was my grandmother was a die-hard Maggie supporter.
Yeah.
And she rolled up to pick us up from school one night, and Ken was playing soccer with the local Italian kids that we had at Unley. Yeah, well, she wasn't real happy.
That's a great memory, Dave. Thank you. Keep them coming in. Your favourite footy jumper, and who the hell wore it? Jumbo Pritz is getting some nominations.
Yeah, lots of love.
In the lace-up. Let's go to Henley Beach. Ray.
G'day, how you going, Rowie?
We're all yours.
I'm a Port supporter, but I love the old West Torrens Guernsey with the eagle.
Oh, okay. So what would have that been? That would have been green and yellow and blue. Or just blue and yellow?
Just blue and yellow.
Lace-up, big yellow eagle.
It was too. They did wear lace-ups, Ray. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good man. Thanks for sharing that. Keep them coming in. Hello, Johnny.
G'day, Rowie. How are you, mate?
You're
Johnny Graham.
Oh, Johnny.
How are you?
Good, my man.
Mate, you brought some emotions back there. It's
good.
I don't think I saw a better jumper than the Eagle jumper from 1955.
Okay.
With the big eagle on the front there and the players that wore it, like Lindsay Head, Freddie Mills, Mick Kingston, Neil Hawke, Shearman, etc. But it was something outstanding in those days, and it brought a bit of colour into the game, I think, with the colour front.
Striking jumper. Why weren't they better back then, Johnny, with all those names you've reeled off?
Well, I think that we had great players, but unfortunately, like in 63, we're 2 games clear at the end of the minor round, and we fell over in the second semi through injuries and then failed in the preliminary. But we had some very good sides and great coach, Dick Reynolds, of course, and then in 69 we had Johnny Burt, and then when Barrett left we had Wayne Jackson. So we had moments there where we should have been far better, and I think we look back now and we have a bit of angst in ourselves to think that we just didn't give the supporters the results that they thought they deserved. So and the players deserved.
Good memories, Johnny. Blue and yellow. Striking combination, those two colours together. It was a great jumper, West Torrens. Hello, Phil.
I remember Chris McDermott, Alan Stringer, and Scott Salisbury all wear the lace-ups on with Peter Carey Ruckenshaw.
They would have been. That would have been late 80s, Phil.
And it was pretty menacing seeing Scott Salisbury in his lace-up.
Yeah, actually, I remember playing on him now with that and Bone. Would have been maybe through the 80, 85, 86 premiership years. Get out.
86.
The old lace-ups, Bone in a lace-up. God, you used to get your fingers snapped clean. Couldn't grab him. You couldn't tackle him.
Scott Salisbury in a lace-up. What?
Yeah. He could run through brick walls. Underrated as a player. People say he was at Thuggies, this, that. No. He was an All-Australian.
Yeah.
He was a bloody good player. The old scooter roller. Thank you, Phil. Hello, Mike.
G'day, Stephen. As you well know, my favourite Guernsey's John Wynne's. I never ever knew John Wynne to wear a lace-up Guernsey, but it's the only Guernsey I know that they used to call him 2-8.
Yes.
That was his number on the back of his Guernsey.
That was his nickname,
but something
2-8.
that might interest you at Nord. When Alan Killigrew came over from St Kilda to coach Norwood, he brought a lot of St Kilda players over with him. He changed the Norwood Guernsey, as it is today, still is today, to a replica of the Melbourne Guernsey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with the red V, the big thick red V at the front. And that only stayed like that until Alan went off to, I think, to Perth to coach. And then it went back to the original Norwood Guernsey. But my favourite Guernsey is the, I get calls from John every now and then. It's 2-8 here.
Yeah, he's the protector at my club. Mike, thank you for that. I got given his 1982 Premiership training jumper sign, and it's the red, the blue, 2-8 on the back. And it's 100% pure wool.
Wow.
My jumpers at North, they were 100% pure wool. And people of my era, all the amateur league jumpers, everyone's jumper was 100% pure wool. Bloody hell, they were heavy.
In the rain, yeah.
Well, that would be over 40 years ago. Well, it is. It's 40 years ago. They actually, Norwood had their reunion last Friday for the 82 Premiership team. That jumper now is that small it wouldn't fit my grandson. It has shrunk.
Been through the dryer a few times.
I swear to God, it is lucky to fit a 3-year-old.
Unbelievable.
No, it's never been washed. It's just sitting there.
Oh, really? Just over time?
It's just shrunk.
Oh, right.
Wool must shrink.
Wow.
Hello, Lee. Put that in the book of stiff, you know what. Hello, Lee.
Hello. Yes, my jumper of choice is the all-white one with the red and blue stripe, the mighty Dean Mobbs, and, of course, Johnny Duckworth.
Yeah.
From Central District.
Down at Centrals. He was a good West Australian. Did he won he won a McGarry, didn't he?
I reckon he did, yeah.
Did Johnny Duckworth?
Yeah.
What a great footy name, Johnny Duckworth.
Yeah, the mighty Ducky.
The mighty Ducky. Well done, Lee. Thank you, mate. Well done.
Excellent.
Isn't that great to think back at those jumpers?
Oh, it's fantastic.
And it's probably the person that was in them that made the jumper.
Yeah.
2-8, John Duckworth.
That's right.
Scotty Hodges getting a lot of nominations. Jumbo Prince.
They make them into superhero suits, don't they? Once your hero's in them, the jumper just looks so much amazing.
And whenever we do this, isn't it just fantastic to see how many people from the 50s, 60s and 70s talk about Torrens? More than any other club. We would have had how many? 3 or 4?
A handful of them there.
There's a lot of Torrens supporters.
They do love their club, and they've ended up merging, and you didn't get the big Blue Eagle anymore.
There, is it?
There's lots of text coming in that we'll read in just a moment. We've got to get to the 4:30 headlines, though. Rory Sloane to join us very shortly, and remember, Sam Newman after 5 o'clock.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarek. A man is undergoing emergency surgery after being stabbed at Edwardstown this afternoon. A 44-year-old woman has been arrested in relation to the incident. COVID cases have spiked to an alarming new high in SA, with 5,054 new infections reported today. It's been revealed fragments of foot and mouth disease have been found in an undeclared beef product at Adelaide Airport, and the teams will come out tonight for the Crows in Port Adelaide ahead of their round 19 matches this weekend. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Residual delays following a crash near the airport on Tapley's Hill Road near Sir Donald Bradman Drive. A breakdown at Martin Portrush Road just before Paynham Road has the left-hand lane closed, affecting inbound. In the Parklands, Rundle Road is closed between East Terrace and Dakotaville Terrace. That's for the Illuminate Festival. Heavy delays citybound Grand Junction Road between Churchill Road and Prospect Road. Oz Design Furniture is having a mega clearance sale with up to 50% off end-of-line products. Hurry, don't miss out. While stocks last at Oz Design Furniture, T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 10. Much the same tomorrow, 17. Right now it's 16 degrees. More news at 5 o'clock and as it happens on 5AA.
5AA Breakfast.
Have a listen to Boris Johnson's final address at PMQ's Prime Minister's questions in Parliament.
Mission largely accomplished. For now, I want to thank everybody here and hasta la vista, baby. Thank you.
informing Adelaide.
He went to Hasta La Vista. He didn't go with I'll be back, that being his final PMQs. I like that he went out with a movie quote.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA.
What is small business? It's people you know, things you need. Small business supports workers, suppliers and families right across South Australia. So go on, go out and support small business. A message from the Government of South Australia.
Hey, it's Callum here. Looking for something small, medium or large? Edwardstown Mazda have most models in stock, ready to drive away. You can feel confident in the team at Edwardstown Mazda.
It's gotta be
edwardstownmazda.com.au, LNVD 207428.
Feeling the burn? Save cash with Cheap as Chips Hot Buys.
Cheap as Chips.
Radiant 2 litre liquid or 2 kilo washing powder, a hot buy, $7.99 each. True Blue assorted 2 litre soft drinks, sizzling, only $2. Simple skincare range, scorching, $5.99. Direct from the UK chocolate range, Red Hot, any 2 for $6. Check out this week's catalogue for more hot buys in store and online. Save cash and live cheaper with Cheap as Chips Hot Buys now.
IGA's Price Match Promise. We checked, we matched, you won't pay more. Every week we check and match the regular price of the big 2 supermarkets on hundreds of everyday products. Just look out for the Price Match tickets in store. Participating stores only. See website for full terms.
Hello, Geeks to You.
Yes, hello.
My printer has turned into a shredder.
Okay, let's fix it.
Oh, thanks.
Tech problems? For remote or on-site help, go to geeks2u.com.au or 1300 geeks to you.
If you're a gardener, then you know the first place you want to be is in your garden. The second is a garden grove, sipping a really good coffee while you tuck into a scrumptious breakfast. Or sipping a glass of wine and chatting over the chef's special. Because the thing about Garden Grove is, it's not just the garden centre that's amazing. So is the cafe.
Garden Grove, the garden that I want.
gardengrove.com.au. Golden Grove.
Get the biggest brands at the lowest prices. Head to Chemist Warehouse today and save on big brand beauty, like the Schwarzkopf Hair Colour Specialist range, $9.99. Be bold with Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick range, $14.99. Pamper yourself with any Joico shampoo or conditioner, $18.99. And try a fresh scent with Philosophy Amazing Grace 60ml, $29.99. Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day.
Scraped your caravan? Your insurance should cover that. Speak to Walker Crash Repairs and let them fix it.
This is Rowie Sport Show.
23 minutes to 5. Going to give you the chance to win your way to the Port Adelaide locker room very shortly, Port fans. This weekend's game against the Cats. We've also got a double pass to give away before 6 o'clock to the Bend Super Sprint not this weekend, next weekend, and our mystery moment as well. Lots to come and teams before 6 o'clock, so still plenty to come on the Sports Show, including your calls. But now time to chat to Rory Sloane, captain of the Crows, thanks to You Install It Kitchens, custom size, fully assembled cabinets at a great price, the complete DIY solution.
Sloane up 2. Comes to Sloane. Sloane looks to the goals and he delivers.
Roaring one way, the other has a shot. Get in. You hear the roar. Rory Burger. A chance going up for Rory. Listen to this. Oh, it always goes up for Rory. Rory, welcome.
Afternoon, Rowie.
Hey, that was a lot better. That was the DNA we love, having a crack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. I know, a little while ago now, but yeah, I mean, very, very. It was actually just a great game to watch.
Wasn't it?
I had a lot of messages after just saying, "Oh, how good a game of footy." Would have been better, obviously, if we won, but yeah, I mean, a lot of really good signs, and yeah, I thought we're back playing the type of footy that our fans enjoy watching and are more proud of.
Yeah, Matty Nix on the bench could be the norm. How did you see that?
Yeah, I think he's seen me down there for the last few weeks enjoying myself, and he thought I'm having too much fun, and he'd wander on down. But no, I loved it. He was there. Great for him to get a different perspective, and he enjoyed it. I think he looked like he really loved it. And chatting to him afterwards, he certainly enjoyed it as well. So,
okay.
Yeah, I had the cans on too, so it allows upstairs like guys like Burnsy, FIVEaa, Rails to go to work and focus on their line. So the comms, I mean, you still get the comms and the visual from upstairs, but that personal one-on-one touch, I think it was great. I'm not sure if it's every week, could be, but it was certainly, I think he enjoyed it as well.
There was a highlight. Having a crack was a highlight. Rory Laird with 20 tackles was another highlight.
I love a midfielder that loves to tackle, and Laird is one of them. I reckon Sammy Berry was on track for
17,
a bigger world record. He had 12, I reckon, halfway through the second quarter, and I was looking at the stats going, this is not right. But yeah, I love how those two just hunt the ball when they don't have it. And Laird is probably one of the sharpest players I've seen around a stoppage and played with. But yeah, he just keeps developing his game as a midfielder and going to another level. And yeah, I love that he brings that part of the game.
Yeah, well done. I'm never, ever, ever going to call for him to go back to the back line where he won an All-Australian again, Rory. Ever.
No, me either, I don't think.
Ever. Hey, what's the most amount of tackles you've had in a game?
Good question. I think it's 16 or 17. I don't know. Do you know the answer to that?
Well, I do. I actually looked it up, Rory. Not bad. It was 15 versus Hawthorn in 2017, and you got 14 against Sydney and 13 against Suns. That's your top three, all in the 2017 season.
Yep. Contagious tackling. So when I'm back next year and you've got guys like Lairdy and Bez and doing it around you, it becomes contagious. So there'll be a little comp next year for sure.
Okay. Lee Matthews said he never tackled. He didn't have to because he always won the ball.
That's such an old school mindset, isn't it?
It is. It's Fox Footy's retro round. You got a favourite Crows jumper?
I'd have to. It's a state Guernsey. It was yellow, or like a sort of golden, more golden colour. Yeah. Had an old school logo on the front with a couple of red sashes across. Really cool looking logo.
Okay, I remember that one.
One we also wore in 2011 against Hawthorn round one. Cracking Guernsey. It was like it was a Guernsey we wore. Same Guernsey style we wore for our first game in 1991. Obviously, I played in that game in 2011, but yeah, that was a cracking Guernsey.
Before we let you go, I saw a photo of you today on the AFC website. Have you got braces? Have you gone and got your
braces?
You got your old molars fixed, have you?
No, I got in Invisalign. I'm straightening the teeth up at the moment. Yeah, I'm getting my teeth straightened. I've been diving into sort of what breathing does, and your whole body. But I also got my nose done actually during the not straightened. I probably should have got it straightened, but I got my septums. It's got septums reduced basically in size, so I can breathe again properly through my nose. But look, I thought, well, I'm out injured. I may as well get a couple of things fixed that I've been meaning to for a while. And my teeth have been quite a V shape for a while. Plan is to open them up a little bit, and so I can breathe a bit easier.
Serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll be eating carrots like a steel shop chainsaw. Fair dinkum. You'll have food shooting at your gob left, right and centre, Rory.
No, I mean, you got to look after the pearly whites, absolutely. But no, like it is. It's one of those. I actually have looked in and to what breathing can do, obviously, and my plan is to be fitter, stronger than ever next year. And this is all part of it. While I've got some time, I may as well.
Yeah. Well, you need to chat to Travis Boak. He can hold his breath for 15 minutes.
15?
Well, yeah, he's got his lung capacity. He's been building on that through Red Bull. Not 15, but
I think
3.
It's 2.
Is it?
2 minutes or so.
It's
Is it a bit longer
frightening.
than that?
Yeah,
yeah, it's very long.
Yeah. So you going down that path?
Oh, I've done some stuff over the years, to enhance my breath hold, definitely.
Okay.
That's more for my surfing ability.
Oh,
not so much football.
Oh, well, it's about how your body transfers the oxygen through your blood to your organs. And, yeah, he's bloody gone right in it. You know what we should do? We should have a hold the breath off between Rory Sloane and Travis Boak.
Oh, mate. Give me a bit of time to keep working on it, then.
Well, the good thing about that is, Rory, you'll be able to eat an apple through a picket fence when you get everything right. That'll be brilliant, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get them
Good pick up by you, though.
No, I did. Sam, did I not? Because I do my research. I got, hang on a sec. Zone in on that.
You've really zoomed in, haven't you?
We zoomed right in, and you've got yourself a mean
really
set of chompers now.
What else did you zoom in on that photo?
Oh, well, you got a nice hairdo and,
My muscles?
Yeah, nah. Don't get your teeth white and don't turn into one of them, Rory.
No, I never will.
Good man. You keep them Gary McIntosh yellow, buddy. Hey, Sloane, thanks for your time, you star. Get the boys up at the SCG. It'll be another cracking game.
No, we'll do, mate. Thanks for having me.
Good work. Rory Sloane, the founder of Sharon Face Footy. You've got to get on to sharon.com.au, get yourself a Face Footy. Well done, Rory Sloane, our guest.
And he's brought to us by You Install Kitchens.
They are. Now is the time to DIY with You Install Kitchens. Locally made. How's this? They're partnered with the big stones like Caesar Stone, Oliveri and Fisher and Paykel, the complete DIY kitchen solution. There's some nasty people out there with footy jumpers. How's this text? Stephen Rose. Guernsey at the Crows was the best. It was always pristine because splinters hardly ever got a run. Eric the Eel. Well, I was at the Crows for 5 years. I can tell you, Eric the Eel, if I started on the bench or ended up on the bench, I didn't play one AFL game without being on the bench. Right. And in my day, only the Buckle Wheel was on the bench.
That's right. Well,
so Eric the Eel, good on you.
That's not very nice. Here's one from Steve who says,
is what it is,
the
mate.
old WA state jumper from the 60s with the big swan was a good one. Sue from Christie's Beach. Go the other way. I couldn't stand watching teams like the Centrals and South Adelaide when they had the St Kilda pattern. Thank God for Neil Curley for getting rid of both. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
The striped versions.
I do, straight down. Woodville Warriors are getting a lot of mentions.
Yep.
Wally the Walnut loved Zip Zap.
Interesting one here. Favourite Guernsey has to be the striking current port strip designed by a young kid who just put the V on the front and they went, simplicity is good.
It's amazing how many port people, when this comes up, say the prison bar jumper and they don't say the 2004 premiership jumper or the current one. So it would say that that's their historical, traditional favourite jumper.
We'd love to hear from you. 822 300 00. What is your favourite footy jumper? Everyone's got one. We'd love to hear yours. $50 Powers voucher. But now, give us a call, 822 300 55 if you want to win your way to the locker room this Saturday when the Power take on the Cats. This is a do-or-die game. Looks like Port Adelaide and Selection are going to throw absolutely at it, everything. We've got tickets to give away. 822 300 55. Play our Port locker room quiz. That's coming up after the break.
At Martin, a breakdown. Portrush Road just before Paynham Road. The left-hand lane is closed, affecting inbound. At Cowandilla, urgent gas works to Donald Bradman Drive near Wilson Street. One lane is closed down to 40 outbound. It's the same at Salisbury Heights. That's on Main North Road near Saints Road. In the Parklands, Rundle Road is closed between East Terrace and Decaturville Terrace for the Illuminate Festival. And a speed camera, Bower Road, Semaphore Park. If you don't already know, Krispy Kreme deliver their delicious donuts fresh daily to OTR stores. So what are you waiting for? OTR. Making life easy. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Caroline Wilson joins Rowing's Sports Show every Thursday afternoon from 5. Thanks to Harvey Norman Clearance Centre. Great range with manufacturer's warranties. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, 919 Marion Road, Marion.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Who would have thought you could get a gaming notebook for under $900? Well, yes you can at Harvey Norman. The Acer Nitro 5 with 15.6-inch screen, dedicated NVIDIA GTX 1650 graphics card will deliver immersive visuals. It is driven by a powerful Intel i5 CPU, includes 16 gig of RAM and a 512 gig solid-state drive. The Acer Nitro has a minimalist design and a full backlit RGB keyboard combined with a user-friendly interface. The Acer Nitro 5 has a full HD resolution display for smooth and detailed visuals when gaming or multimedia content. Get into your local Harvey Norman store now to grab one of these Acer Nitro gaming computers for only $898.
Check out this great offer at 5AA.com.au. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Don't just send it, Ace it.
It's not just your deliveries that Acer Couriers look after. They're also proud supporters of the community. Chris, tell us more.
That's right, Rowie. At Acer Couriers, we're proud supporters of over 16 sporting clubs. We also work with and support the Breakthrough Mental Health Research Foundation to strive for a happy and positive workplace. By supporting us, you're also supporting the community.
Don't just send it, Ace it.
I'm Kathy Nagel, the Chief Executive Officer of Western Hospital, Henley Beach. Our Western Hospital GP clinic is comprehensive and integrated into Western Hospital to serve our community's needs. Our 10 GPs all have special interests and care for you in our unique environment located within the hospital. Though our clinic is non-bulk billing, This healthcare hub caters to various needs, and our patients can be referred directly to our hospital and specialists. Visit westernhospitalgp.com.au.
Do you still love your car? Why not take it to Edwardstown Mazda to see what it's really worth? It's the safest and easiest way to move your car on and get into a new or used Mazda. 862 South Road, Edwardstown.
The Adelaide Central Market is open and it's not going anywhere. You might notice some changes as the exciting new market expansion gets underway. But don't worry, your favourite traders, your weekly fruit and veg, your fresh seafood and morning coffees aren't going anywhere. It might be expanding, but the market you know and love is open throughout all stages of construction with easy undercover parking. Shop at the Adelaide Central Market, trading as always Tuesday to Saturday.
Get great value on all the essentials at Officeworks, like a J. Barrows Lever Arch File A4 2-ring for just $1.74, or a Keji Mini Whiteboard for just $3.74. Great value products, always low prices at Officeworks.
Scraped your caravan? Don't worry. Call Walker Crash Repairs, your RAA approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Roey's Sports Show.
10 minutes to 5. We're going to take your calls very shortly on your favourite footy jumpers. And we're going to speak to Matty Doldig shortly as well. But it's time to give away some tickets to the Port Adelaide locker room this Saturday.
Hello there, Jill. I hope you get this, Jill, because it's fantastic. And not only will you go to the great game in the FIVEaa locker room, the Ducks Guts, we'll give you a carton of the Creed 3-Lager Champions Edition. Here we go. Port Star, former captain, one of my favourites, Travis Boak, was drafted in which year?
2005.
Oh, he was pick 5. If that helps. Hello, Ben.
G'day, guys.
2006. Yes, Betty boy, you are going to the FIVEaa locker room. You got that Creed Lager. Drink responsibly. All yours, mate. Well done.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Good on you. Well done. That is fantastic. We'll do that again tomorrow.
We will.
Sam, fantastic. And get your tickets. Big game on Saturday, portadelaidefc.com.au. Sample has some new rules for junior coaches, their club officials and parents. After umpire dissent numbers, well, they're rising. So joining us is GM of Footy for the Sample, Matty Doldig. Dolds, welcome.
Rowie, thanks for having me.
How bad is it out there?
Oh, look, it's disappointing levels. Unfortunately, we've had to double down on a few rules and send some communication out. So that shows a sense of how bad it's getting. Our coach ratings, our blue cards for spectators are on the rise. So it's come to a point where we need to, unfortunately, step in and enforce a few harsher rules.
Tell us about the blue cards and what's the penalty? Is it a $100 fine?
Yeah, so look, the blue cards are for spectators or officials that are coming onto the field or are abusive. Generally, they don't come with a financial sanction, but we're going to start to really hit home the financial sanctions in the last 4 rounds of the year and through finals. We need to find an avenue where clubs are going to start to take responsibility of some of the spectators and coach behaviour. So we think that's one avenue we've got in the back half of the year that might be able to achieve that.
Okay. Round 12's a sit-down coach round.
Yeah, something we want to explore. We're going to trial it in round 12, where every coach and their assistants and team managers, everyone except the runner basically, needs to be sitting down in the dugout. That's what they're there for. What we find is when coaches are up and the assistant coaches follow them, team managers, parents, right up on the boundary line, they get far too involved in the game and get quite emotional. So take yourself out of that, sit down, relax, take some notes about coaching and actually coach properly and educate the kids at quarter and half time.
Okay. And there's going to be an exclusion zone?
Yeah, it's a zone we've already got in place. However, it's really guidelines and we expected clubs to be enforcing it. It's sort of 5 metres around the coach's box. We don't want parents, spectators, anyone in there other than those involved in the game because, as you know, once groups get bigger, when someone starts, everyone seems to follow. So we're going to really enforce that in the last 4 rounds.
Is there an age group that you've got stats back with blue cards that's worse than others? Please tell me at under 8s, under 10s and 12s, parents don't go off their chops.
No, look, we seem to be okay at that 7s to 9s range, albeit we get the odd one. But look, at around 13, 14 seems to be the age. It's sort of when things are getting a bit more serious. The ladders, the premiership points are coming into play. The talent pathway starts. So we see a bit of an increase in aggression at that age. What I can say, though, is our on-field behaviour, which is sort of probably stemming from the AFL enforcement, has been really positive this year. So there's some positives. We just need those off the field to follow.
A great initiative, Dolds. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Rowie.
Yeah, Matty Doldick there. He's the GM of Footy for the SANFL. 350 junior umpires on the weekend. Some of them are as young as 13, 14 and 15. They got and this is the SANFL. This is under the SANFL umbrella. They govern it. 338 junior matches throughout the weekend. And there's still some clowns that want to yell out. Here's some of the quotes. They're being called maggots and idiots, and they go on and on. Honestly, at under 8, 9, 10, or even under 12s or 16s.
It's unacceptable.
Why would a parent shoot their gob off, let alone a coach? And what is it, $100 fine?
$100 fine.
On the spot, boom, $100.
Yep.
Straight out the tin tank.
Blue card.
For calling someone a maggot. What an idiot. Hello, Tyrone.
G'day, Cobber. How are you?
Yeah, Cobber, good. Haven't been called that for a while. You big snooze-mar.
They're talking about retro Guernseys and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I used to go down to the famous Vic Hill at Flinders Park and get my lace-up made and just stand there in awe, looking at the plastic shields over them with the names Kevin Sheedy and Bartlett, and then I'd look over on the old Eagles rack there, and there'd be Freddie Bills and Lindsay Head. But the one with the big eagle, mate, that was the best one of the lot.
We get a lot of that, Tyrone. The big eagle, an eagle's a big, strong, proud, bloody praying bird, isn't it? It's got a sense of strength about it.
It definitely does. And across a big chest.
Yeah, Tyrone, well done, love it. Hello, Matty, your favourite footy jumper?
This is going back to the late 80s, the old Woodville Warriors jumper with a big warrior and sponsored by Devon Holmes. That now
I remember that. Yeah, that was my era.
And the Packers.
I reckon Blighty was coaching back then too.
Yeah. Actually, he kicked 100 goals against Woodville Oval, and I was one of the first kids on TV when he kicked 100 goals.
What a memory.
What could he not do, that bloke? M. Blight, the Messiah.
Did everything.
Even when he was 180, he's still kicking 100 goals.
He is the Messiah.
Matty, good man, thanks for sharing that. I've got a $50 Powers voucher for you, mate. You dribble down from Findon. Go and see Sam and Jamie there. They'll look after you. Thanks for reminiscing. I love reminiscing.
Call. No, I do, and we want to keep doing it until 6 o'clock. Lots of time for your calls, and a couple of texts coming in just before we get to the 5 o'clock news. The SA State of Origin jumper held in very high regard, and unlike the New South Wales and Queensland rugby Origin jumpers, you can't buy the SA State jumper.
You cannot.
This one from Steve, the current South Adelaide jumper's pretty great. This one from John, he says, Roseworthy College, the Pink Panthers. They had black with a pink sash.
Stop it.
Pink sash.
Jono, send us in a pic and we'll put it on our Twitter account. The Pink Panthers, it was black with a pink sash.
That's cool.
That's a striking combination of colours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pink and...
Imagine going out and you're playing a footy team full of full black kit and a big, bright pink sash.
Please tell me you didn't wear long...
pink socks?
Pink socks.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't have mixed. Just need full black with the big sash. That would look excellent.
Good on you, Jono.
We'd love to hear more of your footy Guernseys, your favourites of all time. 8223 0000. There are lines available till 6 o'clock. After the 5 o'clock news, Sam Newman.
Most new homes are not designed for specialist disability living, which is fine for some homeowners. But if you're living with a disability and want to build a home that complies with the NDIS SDA guidelines, you need Rossdale Home Life. Rossdale Home Life is leading the way in the provision of accessible housing for all South Australians, and our dedicated Home Life team can provide professional advice on the design and construction of your new home or SDA investment property. Rossdale Homes, because trust is a must.
Connect with Beaumont Tiles and grow your business. Go to iCanWin.com.au. You could win a $25,000 advertising boost to take your business to the next level, supported by Beaumont Tiles. Builders, renovators, tilers, enter now. iCanWin.com.au.
Yeah, it is 1 minute to 5. The great Sammy Newman after the news. Hey, it's about to get ugly. The Cooper's Ugly jumper is back at Sip and Save. Just get down to Sip and Save, purchase any participating Cooper's 24-pack, and you'll get a token. You collect 3 tokens to redeem in store, then take home your very own bonus ugly jumper. Got one? It's on the boat. Love it. Grab your favourite Cooper's 24-pack. Start collecting this week. A 24-pack of Cooper's Pale Ale or Cooper's Dark Ale. Look, it's only $51.99. Get ugly, cosy, and settle with the Coopers from Sip and Save. There's 4 ugly jumpers to collect. Now, we've had a couple. There's red, there's green, there's purple, yellow, beautiful, blue, light blue. Hurry up, but the Cooper's Ugly Jumpers, they'll run out, and it's exclusive to Sip and Save, and it's very popular. Warm up this winter with Coopers when you start at Sip and Save. T's and C's apply. Visit sipandsave.com.au.
Do you want fresh filtered water flowing through your home? Choose a system by Complete Home Filtration. Joining me from Complete Home Filtration is Suzanne Dodds, who incidentally won the Telstra 2022 Business Awards. So what's the benefits of filtered water, Suzanne?
Well, the benefits of filtering water for the whole home mean that you don't just enjoy filtered water for drinking, but for showering and bathing as well. So people see big differences in softer skin, softer hair, unlimited bottled water, quality water from every tap.
That sounds great. So where can we purchase one?
You can just jump online and go to completehomefiltration.com.au.
That's completehomefiltration.com.au.
Taste, feel, see the difference.
Business NBN can help give you the edge because it's made for businesses' evolving needs. You can choose from a range of high-speed plans and business-grade support, and it's all available from a range of providers. To find out more, search Business NBN, made for more. Your experience may vary depending on your provider, plan, busy periods, when you use the internet and other factors.
With Aldi's Aussie Navel Oranges now just $4.49 for a 3 kilo pack, you can load up on vitamin C, so you can spend your sick days, well, not sick, if you know what I mean.
Beach time!
Aldi, good, different.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 10. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Michaela Kamarek.
10-year warranty and 10-year capped price servicing at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Elizabeth.
Fragments of foot and mouth disease have been detected in an undeclared beef product at Adelaide Airport. It was picked up through a detection system. Viral fragments have also been found in imported meat products in Melbourne. David Djokovic from the National Farmers Federation says it's a major risk.
Our biggest threat of infection is actually from a food source. Yes, the virus can be travelled on footwear and clothing. Illegally imported meat or foodstuffs that haven't been treated to the Australian standards for import, that is actually one of our greatest risks. And that food is then either fed or is exposed to our livestock, and then it spreads in that way.
The Agriculture Minister has ruled out any plans to close Australia's international border. Some coalition figures would like flights stopped from Indonesia. A woman is in custody after a violent domestic incident at Edwardstown this afternoon. Emergency crews were called to a home at around 12:30 p.m. after reports a man had been stabbed. A 42-year-old was found with a wound to his abdomen. He was rushed to the REH where he's undergoing surgery. His injury is serious but not life-threatening. A 44-year-old woman was arrested and is expected to be charged with attempted murder. She'll likely face court tomorrow. COVID hospitalisations have hit a new record high in SA of 354, with 12 people in ICU. Another 7 deaths have been recorded, lifting our death toll over 600. Case numbers are continuing to climb, passing 5,000 today. Health Minister Chris Picton says they'll peak at 6,000 in the coming weeks, and up to 400 people will be in hospital each day.
We now have the equivalent of the QEH full of COVID patients across the system. We are doing everything we can in terms of being able to provide additional health capacity.
Childcare workers are calling for reform as they vow to walk off the job in a fight for better pay and conditions. United Workers Union members have voted to hold a national strike on the 7th of September. Early Education Director Helen Gibson says after nearly a decade of inaction, they've had enough.
They didn't take seriously the growing crisis amongst the workforce and early educators. We're seeing now the outcome of that is that we have enrolments being turned away and rooms closing because there's not enough staff. We're calling on this new federal government to prioritise early education.
The race to become British Prime Minister has narrowed. The final two candidates to replace Boris Johnson are Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss. Mr Johnson is resigning from the role after months of pressure over a number of scandals. He's told the House of Commons he has a lot to be proud of.
I've helped to get this country through a pandemic and helped save another country from barbarism. And frankly, that's enough to be going on with. Mission largely accomplished.
Now turning to 5AA Sport, the teams will come out tonight for the Crows and Port Adelaide ahead of their round 19 matches this weekend. It's do or die for Port, who played Geelong on Saturday at Adelaide Oval. The Power are a game and percentage outside the top 8, but defender Dan Houston says they're taking it 1 week at a time.
The mathematics say that we can still make the finals, and we're obviously going to believe that, and we're going to keep pushing to make ourselves better to get something out of the end of the year and push for potential final spot.
The Crows play Sydney at the SCG also on Saturday. Nabard Djokovic will not play in the US Open. Authorities have confirmed his vaccination status will rule him out of the tournament. Djokovic has refused to get the vaccine. And Australian Peter Bol has qualified for tomorrow's semi-finals of the 800 metres at the World Athletic Championships in America. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Complete Windscreens, the trusted South Australian name for car window tinting in Adelaide for over 40
At
years.
Vale Park, a crash Northeast Road near Ascot Avenue, Salisbury Downs on Kings Road near Lakeview Drive, and Martin a breakdown Portrush Road just before Paynham Road. The left-hand lane is closed, affecting inbound. Cowandilla Urgent Gasworks at Donald Bradman Drive near Wilson Street has a lane closure in place down to 40 outbound. Same at Salisbury Heights, that's on Main North Road near Saints Road. Harris Scarf's end of season clearance sale continues. Plus, it's their Friends Pay Less exclusive 4-day sale time with great deals across homewares, clothing and more. And Sunday at Harris Scarf, Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 10. Cloudy tomorrow, 17. Saturday, partly cloudy, 17. And Sunday, showers increasing, 19. Right now, it's 15 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
The latest on the case of little Charlie. Why wasn't she going to school? Potentially devastating foot and mouth disease lands in Adelaide. SA COVID cases top 5,000. An urgent national safety recall of 2 children's toys. The simple weight loss trick that now has expert backing. Plus, what's driving an Aussie retail boom. I'm Kate Collins. See the full story on 9 News Tonight at 6.
Scraped your caravan? Walker Crash Repairs, an RAA approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Roey's Sports Show.
Big hour to come, 7 minutes after 5. Still got your chance to win a double pass to the OTR Ben Super Sprint next week. We have our Where Are They Now teams still to come. And your calls. We're talking about your favourite footy jumper. 8223 0000 lineup. We'll take your calls very shortly. But now, 5 o'clock, Caro's not here, but we have a special guest for Harvey Norman Clearance Centre. Great range with manufacturer's warranties. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre. They're at 919 Marion Road, Marion.
Yeah, thanks to Vegas Promotions. Sammy Newman will be at the Highway Hotel 3rd of August. You can book your tickets now. He is still one of the premier entertainers. Sammy, welcome.
That's mighty nobly of you. Thank you very much for saying that. Yes.
Well, you are. Good. We love you over here.
Yeah, good on you.
Can't believe we do, but we do, Sammy. Now, come on. Have you had a few ankle surgeries, Terry was telling me?
I have. I've had a couple. I had an ankle fused this time last year, and it was a bit sore, so I had the bolts and the hardware taken out of it a fortnight ago to try and relieve the pain, and it sort of works, except it's got infected now, so I'm just limping more than usual as we speak.
So no golf, but you would have watched Cam Smith at St Andrews.
Well, I did watch Cam Smith, and if you ever want to be enlightened as to how to play this game, don't worry about hitting the ball 300 metres.
Correct.
Or being good in bunkers. Just get that flat stick which you use for 50% of the shots, and the other 13 sticks in the bag used for the other 50%. Just see if you can putt properly, and that will do exactly what Cam Smith did. That'll win you tournaments.
Honestly. Do you think he'll join the live circuit? Surely he wouldn't, Sammy. That'd be so un-Australian, like Greg Norman, the big shark, the big shark head.
I have no idea, but if I had to make an educated guess, I would say he would definitely join the live tour.
Wow.
If you are, you think about it. If you are offered anywhere between $150 and $200 million to play your sport for 5 years, their 5-year contracts, I think the Saudis have offered the live people. You almost have a bounden duty to do it, don't you? And then after 5 years, it'll be 28 or 9 or 30, and he can come back onto the tour if the tour is still going. They've spent $2 billion, the Saudis. The only thing that intrigues me is, what are they doing it for? What is the Saudi Arabian oil magnate, or the king, or whatever he's called, what is his aim? What's his ultimate idea of doing this? It's not for television ratings. It's not to get crowds through the gate. It's not. I'm bewildered as to why they are doing it.
Yeah, they're just washing their dirty money, Sam, through that. That's what I think. Hey, you watching?
Okay, so they're washing their dirty money. How would they be washing that? They've just thrown $2 billion dollars down into the gutter. Not into the gutter, but they've just spent that money for what?
Yeah.
How was that laundering anything?
Yeah, I don't know. They're sick of watching camels
I
race.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. How much footy do you watch nowadays, Sammy? Come on, Sammy. It wasn't a loaded question.
No, I don't watch any.
Oh, I didn't think you did.
No, I don't watch any. I'm disillusioned by the game, but I keep saying this to anyone that wants to listen. If you love our game, our great game of Australian rules football, if you love it, that's fantastic. Then you go and you barrack for your side, and you put up with all the umpiring decisions and all the way the game's handled, and the obsession of the people at the top, Gil McLaughlin, the social elites, to actually be so woke that they forget to run the game rather than worrying about how to save the world. If you love all that, well, that's fantastic. I think the game has almost escaped and degenerated into an unrecognisable sport from not my era, but from many eras past. And this is no slight and no criticism of the players. It's just you watched that State of Origin game the other night, and you compare that to our game, and you watch some of the, heaven above, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you watch some of the EPL games, the soccer games, or the football games that they call them, if you watch them, they are pure. They play the game how it was meant to be played. It's tough. It's relentless. In our game, careers from crisis to crisis, because the people at the top are so interested in posturing and being virtuous and worrying about the perception they have from any other sporting body or people in the world, that they've thrown the baby out with the bathwater.
A lot are in your corner, Sam. Gil McLaughlin, what's his legacy?
What a question that is. I'm not sure he has a legacy. As I say, he's the prime protagonist from actually spending more time concentrating on the look and his look and what he's responsible for, rather than just getting down to knuckling down and having the game played properly in the right areas, in the right cities, and not being caught up with all the social and political posturing that makes him feel good and makes him feel virtuous about being a social elite at the top of a a top man running a sport. He just got down to knuckling down and running the competition properly and trying to save it from all the controversy that goes on week after week. And that's basically why I don't watch it. We have a bloke fancied a big talking point about someone ducking into tackles and being given free kicks, and this consumes the whole of the chat about our game.
I know.
If someone ducks into a tackle, it's a tactic, and it's probably a very good tactic that people use to get free kicks. And if he's hit in the head while doing it, there is the juxtaposition. Do you, like people who dive in soccer, do you penalise the person who ducks, or do you penalise the person who hits him in the head because he ducked? I know what I would do, but if they go on and on, procrastinating about this and that and what it should have happened, and if you do get hit in the head, well, I hate to say this, there's a duty of care when you play our game, and if you're going to try and risk ducking into people coming in at full steam to get the ball, to get hit in the head, well, that's the legacy of playing the game in that fashion.
Exactly. I would have loved to have seen the skit on the Channel 9 footy show of you with your peroxide hair and a Jack Ginnivan Collingwood jumper with your shorts jacked up around your nurricans. Sam, now that would have been something to watch.
No, mate. It is humorous in the extreme, and honestly, it's just theatrical nonsense. And as I say, this is our elite sport in this country, whether you believe that or not. It obviously is. The rugby people, the rugby league people will probably dispute that. But just through sheer volume of numbers who go and watch the game and the amount of press it occupies, heaven help us when the press stop giving it so much coverage, because then some other very worthy sports might sneak in and take the limelight.
The next TV deal, Sam, they're going to spend north of $3 billion for 5 years. $3 billion.
And therein lies another problem that the social elite who run this competition are faced with. You end up having the tail wagging the dog. You play it at all hours of the night,
correct,
all days of the week. People can't plan on what they're doing. They shift them at the drop of a hat when the successful sides suddenly look as though they're going to meet one another. They change the format, they change the schedule, they play them in different areas, they play them all over Australia. God almighty, we went to China, didn't we, not so long ago to play games there. What in God's name was that about? This is run by the people who pay the money, and don't criticise them. They want more bang for their buck. But in the end of the day, probably the thing that keeps the game going and probably keeps every sport going are the people who come through the gates or watch it on television.
The game needs an agitator, if you like, a traditionalist, and a footy great like you that's been on both sides of the fence on that AFL commission. They're all goody-goody two-shoes, yes sir, no sir. Have they ever asked you, Sam, would you apply, would you try to get on there? We need these sort of voices to keep them honest, I think, is the word.
Oh, well, the short answer is no, but this is the trouble in the industry you're in, and the industry I was in, and the industry anywhere going in the community as we speak, in commerce, in industry, in sport. It's the fear of being cancelled because the woke brigade, the activists, rile up and go to the sponsors and go to the employees and ask them, why is this person doing that, and why have they got a job, and why are they doing that? And the cowardly intent of the people who employ all these people and employ all us and you people, if you have an opinion that doesn't fit with the blueprint of what they're on about, well, then you are up to be to join the cancel culture of what's going on in the society. And I have plenty of opinions about various players and about various attitudes in this game, but if I said them, I don't have to worry about it. Now I have a podcast that I do with Dodd Scott called You Cannot Be Serious, and we like to be
say what we think without being deliberately antagonistic towards anyone, without being racist, without being sexist, without being homophobic. But if you can't speak about those particular aspects, not necessarily about football, with a free and open mind, without actually having a go at anyone in particular, but just saying, why can't we discuss all these things? We got taken, our podcast, we got taken to court and charged with vilification for daring to discuss why Nicky Winmar lifted his jumper up at Victoria Park 30 years ago. We made no conclusion. It was just an honest, fair discussion about what people thought he lifted his jumper for, and the AFL became involved and decided to make a point with three older white males, Sheehan, Newman and Scott. Mind you, I didn't have much to do with the conversation because I wasn't at the game, and they decided that they would charge us and fine us $100,000 for vilification because we dared to discuss what we thought his motives were. And in the first instance, we said the only person who would know what his motives were is Nicky Winmar, and we said that and we agreed with that, and we still got charged with vilification. And most people who went to that game had a completely different opinion to what the AFL's opinion was, and that's all we were doing was discussing it. So you wonder why you get a little bit gun-shy about people being so virtuous and so virtuous and being such prima donnas about what's going on in society today.
Yeah, well done. You can hear all that at the Highway Hotel on the 3rd of August. That'll be well and truly uncapped and untapped there. The podcast cannot be serious. Before you go, who coaches North, and do you even care, Sam Newman?
Well, I don't really care, but this is, I do follow it. I noticed North Melbourne, unless I'm absolutely wrong, beat the premiers of a couple of years ago, Richmond, the other week, after crisis hit that club and everyone had been sacked and the coach with the had the skids put under him. Suddenly the players decided that they actually might gird their loins, go out, have a go, play some good concerted football. I know Richmond kicked very inaccurately, but what is this game about? This game is predominantly about kicking goals, and if you kick inaccurately, that means you're not a very good side. So suddenly North Melbourne, who haven't won a game since the Vietnam War, come out, beat Richmond, and you would actually take those players into a room after that game, and you'd look at it and you'd say, there is something going on here. You are gutless and you're cowards because you've allowed this club to degenerate into just a laughing stock, and suddenly when you're embarrassed and you're facing the wall, you come out and you do that for us or to us. It's a disgrace, and that's the mentality and the psychology of what's going on in football. And I don't think you need ex-footballers to coach football. You could have someone who's been successful in any sport, and that includes a woman. You could have anyone to coach a football club because it's getting players to play for you and not in spite of you, and giving them logical reasons why they should play the way they do, and just putting a game plan into action, into production. And you don't need to be any particular gender, and you don't need to have been a part of any particular sport. It's not that difficult.
Well done, Sam. Look forward to seeing you on the 3rd of August at the Highway Hotel.
Well, can I just say, yes, I'm just coming over. I got invited. I feel honoured to come over to Neil Curley's, the late Neil Curley's funeral on Monday. And I said this on our podcast while he was alive, and when the AFL had their indoctrination into the Hall of Fame, I said, if anyone deserved to be in the Hall of Fame and be made a legend of our game, if it's not Neil Curley, well, and this is no slight on the man, just forget his name, your man that
Russell
got absolute no slight on him at all. But if Ron Barassi and Ted Whitten are in legends of the AFL, and you couldn't fit Neil Curley in there, this just shows you the the complete lack of thought about these people who select people. What an honour it would have been for Curly while he was alive to be made a legend of the game.
Well
It's a
said.
disgrace that he
Well
was
said.
not thought of in that respect.
Yeah, well said, Sam. On that note, we'll leave you. We'll see you on the 3rd of August.
Well, thank you very much.
Take care of yourself, Sammy.
I
Look after
appreciate
that
it.
ankle. You're a good man. Vegas Promotions, Terry Lindblom, been around for 100 years. They do well. Great mates with Sam Newman. Highway Hotel, 3rd of August. Book your tickets. Ring the pub. Do it. And I don't say it lightly. He is so entertaining. One of the best over generations. Sam Newman, our guest.
He spoke so well, eloquently in that last 15 minutes that I think if you were to sit there for an hour, you'd be blown away with some of the things he'd tell and some of the stories. So Sam Newman, definitely get there. Highway Hotel on the Wednesday, August 3.
Well, he'll be entertaining on the 3rd, but he should be on the commission.
Well,
we need people like that.
No
Don't
one's
worry.
asked by the sounds.
Sam Newman, our guest, brought to us by Harvey Norman Clearance Centre for cooking appliances, washing machines and the lot, TVs and more. There's new stock arriving weekly, all with manufacturers' warranties. Normally bring us Caroline Wilson. She's away, but Sammy Newman stepped in. He's a star. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, 919 Marion Road, Marion.
All right, let's get your calls. 82230055. If you want to head along to the OTR Super Sprint at the Bend, not this weekend, next weekend, we have a double pass to give away. Call now, 82230055. We'll play our competition next.
Got a passion for sport? Get your thoughts on the air. Text Rowie's Sport Show on 0448 08 1395. Sip and Save has 1 hour delivery. Download the app or hit shop.sipandsave.com.au.
At Vale Park, a crash Northeast Road near Ascot Avenue. Same at Salisbury Downs on Kings Road near Lakeview Drive. A breakdown at Martin Portrush Road just before Paynham Road has the left-hand lane closed, affecting inbound traffic. In the Parklands, Rundle Road is closed between East Terrace and Decaturville Terrace for the Illuminate Festival. Heavy delays City-bound Grand Junction Road between Churchill Road and Prospect Road. A speed camera Fletcher Road, Birkenhead. Discover the wizarding world at Coles Express with Coles Magical Builders. Collect Coles Magical Builders and complete your set at your nearest Coles Express store today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Everything is going up. Fuel, interest rates, even the humble lettuce. But the one thing that's really going to bite is the hike in electricity. And it's not going away unless you do something about it. Get in touch with NRG Solar and we'll show you how to zero out your energy bills with NRG solar panels and battery storage. But be quick, the SA Home Batteries scheme will come to a grinding halt in just a few weeks. Get in touch with NRG Solar today so we can lock your savings in. nrgsolar.com.au.
Hello, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, we have specialised in commercial and residential property management. But above all, we specialise in people, helping to make life easy for property investors and the tenants of their properties. Everyone is treated with integrity and respect. That's the Lynn Andrews way. For commercial and residential property management, we are here to help. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
Sip and Save text lines gone into meltdown. A lot of love for the semi. A lot of love.
They do.
For
They love
Semi. Terry Lindblom from Vegas Promotions. Have him out at the Highway Hotel on the 3rd. Thank you. Barossa Village in Angaston, Tanunda and Nuriut. Gives you the retirement lifestyle you deserve and the safety and security you need to make you feel at home. Know now more than ever, Barossa Village understands how important it is to stay connected with friends, family and the local community. It'll keep you living for another 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 15 years. Don't worry about that. That's why they've invested heavily in the pathway for integrated care, including independent living, supported accommodation in home care, and residential care options. And the best is yet to come with a new cluster of architecturally designed 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom homes in Nuriut, starting late 2022. Why am I doing that?
I don't know.
What a stupid thing to do. That's in addition to the recently built community hydropathic pool and expansion of our residential care facility. I'm only 57. When can I move in?
Soon.
Sounds good. What do you mean soon?
Soon.
What are you saying, dude? Forget the sea change or the tree change. What about a vine change? Trust Barossa Village for a safe, secure and more fulfilling life. Go to barossavillage.org.
The Haval Jolion is a smart SUV. The design is sharp and the technology genius. But the really smart feature is the driver. Someone savvy enough to demand more and get it. Haval Jolion. Smart move.
Need a forklift? Don't just get a forklift, get a Toyota forklift. Toyota is the world's #1 forklift brand with a great range of pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options, Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au. Get a Toyota forklift.
Let Phil Hoffman Travel and Abercrombie & Kent help you see the world exactly how you want to see it. Travel on a private A&K tailor-made journey in more than 100 countries across 6 continents. Stay in hand-picked accommodation, travel with private drivers and guides, and enjoy exclusive insider access privileges. With an extensive network of local travel experts worldwide, A&K sets the benchmark for luxurious tailor-made travel. Create your dream holiday with Phil Hoffman Travel and A&K. Visit pht.com.au.
Scraped your caravan? Your insurance should cover that. Speak to Walker Crash Repairs and let them fix it.
This is Roey's Sports Show.
29 minutes after 5. Where are they now? Coming up very shortly. Lots of text coming through on the Sip and Save.
Read the last one from Andy.
A lot of love for Sammy Newman, but one that's coming from Andy at Brooklyn Park. He says, bring back Caro, well, she's back in a couple of weeks. What a joke. The only thing Sam didn't say was that the COVID vaccine was a government conspiracy. Now, come on.
Come on.
We know he's controversial.
You read him wrong. Hello, Jimmy at Salisbury.
Yeah, g'day, Roey.
I want to send you...
Sam is very smart. I love him. Apart from being a Victorian, I love him.
He is. He's got a beautiful heart. The OTR Super Sprint, we'd love to send you there at The Bend. Your name's your buzzer, Jimmy, and Nathan at Golden Grove. Nath?
Hey, Stevie, how are you?
Okay, this is a quiz. You jump in with your name, Nath and Jimmy, when you want to answer it, and whoever does...
Who am I?
...is off to the OTR. Who am I? I was born in Southport, Queensland in 85. I began racing motorcycles at the age of 4. I raced for Ducati and Honda in the MotoGP. I won 6 straight Australian Grand Prix between 07... Jimmy?
Rossi.
Oh. It's all yours, Nath. I'm a 2-time MotoGP champion. I announced my retirement from MotoGP in May 2012. My first name is Casey...
Stoner.
Yeah. I was going to say one of those blokes that sits in the car like Cheech and Chong.
Oh.
Well, it was going to be a clue, Sam. Nathan, you're off to the OTR Super Sprint at the Bend.
Awesome. I plan on going there too. Thanks,
Good
Roey.
on you, Nath. Sorry, Jimmy, you can book your tickets at Ticket Tech. Thanks to OTR, the Bend Super Sprint.
Excellent stuff. We'll give them away again tomorrow. We still have a mystery moment to come, $300 today on the show. Time for the 5:30 headlines. When we come back, where are they now with somebody who played cricket on Christmas Day on the back of yesterday's topic? We're speaking with Saka's Rexy Blundell.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, I'm Michaela Kamarek. A woman is in custody after a violent domestic incident at Edwardstown this afternoon. A 42-year-old man was stabbed in his abdomen. Fragments of foot and mouth disease have been detected in an undeclared beef product at Adelaide Airport. Temperatures are soaring in parts of the US with heat alerts in place for more than 20 states. And tournament organisers have confirmed Novak Djokovic's COVID vaccination status will keep him from playing the US Open. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Vale Park, a crash Northeast Road near Ascot Avenue, same at Salisbury Downs, Kings Road near Lakeview Drive. A breakdown at Martin on Portrush Road just before Paynham Road has the left-hand lane closed inbound. Heavy delays outbound South Road at Anzac Highway and inbound Kings Road at Cross Keys Road. Final days of Anaconda's Bigger Than Everest sale. Up to 50% off a huge range of outdoor gear. Some exclusions apply. Bigger Than Everest sale. Final days at Anaconda. Play more, pay less. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 10. Much the same tomorrow, 17. Right now it's 14 degrees. More news at 6 o'clock and as it happens on 5AA.
5AA Breakfast.
Today, the 21st of July, marks 80 years since the Kokoda campaign commenced. I think Peter Fitzsimon's 2 books on Kokoda and Tobruk probably should be required reading of every high school age child in Australia. They are a tremendous insight.
Informing Adelaide.
Peter Fitzsimons, good morning to you, mate.
Just the most amazing campaign and the most amazing achievement to have actually stopped the Japanese.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA.
Hey, it's Callum here. Looking for something small, medium or large?
Edwardstown Mazda have most models in stock, ready to drive away. You can feel confident in the team at Edwardstown Mazda.
It's gotta be.
edwardstownmazda.com.au, LNVD 207428.
Hi, Shayna Blaze here. As a designer, I know how tricky it can be to design the perfect bathroom. So I teamed up with Beaumont Tiles and created complete bathroom packages. Drop into Beaumont's for complete bathroom packages designed by me.
Life is about choices, and there's plenty to choose from at a Barrow Hotel. Take the Excelsior, the Albion, the Birkenhead or the Sundowner in Whyalla, all brimming with choice, especially when it comes to the latest machines in a comfortable, safe environment, with amazing staff to give you the best experience. For the latest in machines and comfort, visit the Excelsior, the Albion Hotel, the Birkenhead Tavern or the Sundowner in Whyalla. You just know it's a Barrow Hotel. Gamble responsibly.
Like shocks shooting through your body.
That's how some people describe their shingles pain. Shingles is caused by the reactivation of the chickenpox virus. While most people recover fully, up to 25% may experience long-term complications.
I had to cancel all my plans and struggled to work.
Up to 1 in 3 people risk developing shingles in their lifetime.
If you're 50 or over, don't let shingles affect your plans.
Talk to your doctor for more information. Individual symptoms may vary. Sponsored by GlaxoSmithKline Australia, Melbourne.
Uncle Mark, geez, he was a character.
He was larger than life. Remember that bright yellow Holden of his?
The HQ GTS, great car, when it was running.
Yeah.
And those fishing stories you'd tell up the river.
And did you notice that the one that got away got bigger every year?
On the bright side, I'll finally get my trailer back. The bugger's had it for 6 months.
To Uncle Mark, one of a kind.
A unique life deserves a distinctive funeral. distinctivefunerals.com.au.
Ladies, do you feel like your entire day revolves around your bladder? Caruso's Wee-Less relieves the annoying and inconvenient feeling that you need to go to the bathroom too often and supports bladder health and function. So if you want to help control the urge and regain your bladder confidence, try Caruso's Wee-Less today. Caruso's Wee-Less is made in Australia and comes with a money-back guarantee and is available from leading pharmacies and health food stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Scraped your caravan? Don't worry. Call Walker Crash Repairs, your RAA-approved caravan crash repairer.
This is Roey's Sports Show.
25 minutes to 6, still have the teams to drop at 10 to 6 for the Crows and Port Adelaide, and our $300 mystery moment to give away very shortly. But now, it's always time we get into our Where Are They Now? Time to get a Walco Guardian pool cover. Your pool will thank you. Walco.com.au.
The FIVEaa Sports Show's Where Are They Now? Past legends, past glories.
Well, the NBL is playing Christmas Day. Well, back in the 60s, SA played Queensland Christmas Day regularly in the Sheffield Shield. My next guest played in a few. Redbacks keeper batsman Rex Blundell. Rex, welcome. Rexy!
Hello, how are you?
Good on you, Rex. You sound like you're a bit slow after a big lunch with Kenneth George Cunningham today.
Yes, quite probably.
Hey, you roomed with KG. He said you were a pain in the arse. They were his words, Rex, not mine.
I'm sorry, Rowie. He's quite right. He was a pain in the arse.
Now, tell us about it. We're going up in arms about the NBL playing Christmas Day. You know, it's our not necessarily a holy day for some, but it is certainly a family day. You played Sheffield Shield on Christmas Day, Rex.
Back in those days, and we're going a long way back, it was a regular thing. It wasn't pleasant, I can tell you. I don't think any of the players enjoyed it. Being away from home, from family, children, etc., etc. It wasn't a fun time. It's not something I would recommend today, that's for sure.
Yeah. I believe you started on the 23rd. Some of the games finished on Christmas Day, but you went through to Boxing Day. Did any of the players make themselves unavailable?
Oh, yes. There were quite a few players. There were a couple of South Australian players who I won't name, but, I mean, they saw Sunday as their day that, you know, they shouldn't play sport, and so they wouldn't play at all. Some of them actually refused to play any games on any Sunday. So, yes, it happened regularly.
Okay. And could you take families there? Where were you at that stage of your life, Rex? Did you have kids? Did you have a wife?
Well, I was fairly newly married, didn't have children at that stage, but away from home, from the wife and family. Yeah, look, it was difficult, Rowie. If you can imagine playing Christmas Day, not a lot of people at the game. Normally we would have good crowds at Shield matches then, but not a lot of people at the ground because it was Christmas Day. I mean, imagine having Christmas lunch and you get pineapple and watermelon. I mean, fair dues.
I was going to say, how tough. Christmas Day, you got a belly full of Christmas pudding, a couple of little froths, maybe a champagne or a red, and then you got to front up the next day. That would have been hard work.
Well, it was hard work, but where did the belly full of pudding come from? We never got any pudding.
So I knew you played at the Gabba, but did 69, did you play here on Adelaide Oval?
In 69, in their wisdom, the ACA had decided that playing Christmas Day wasn't a good idea. So 67, 68 was the last time that sides played.
Okay. Oh, good. Yes. And you played in a couple. Who were some of your teammates?
Oh, they weren't very well known, to be truthful. Some of them were, unknowns like KG Cunningham, the Savills, the Chappells, the Mallets and Jenners, all of those Hawks and Freeman. People you've never heard of, I guess.
Ashley Mallett, Greg Chappell, I think, made a ton on one of them. Terry Jenner was another one. This is Where Are They Now? Rex, let's go back. That's that part of it. Where did it all start for you? What was your district club?
I started with Port Adelaide when I was 11 years old. I won't go through it all. Went from Port Adelaide to West Torrens, finished my career there. Played baseball for West Torrens. So I played with two district clubs, and both were terrific. And I was very lucky in those days, Rowie, because some of the players around, even today, their names are legendary. So I was very privileged, to be truthful.
Yeah, Barry Jarman won as a gloveman as well. How'd you end up being a keeper?
I have no idea. I think one day when I was a kid, our keeper didn't turn up, and someone said, "Put the pads on." And I thought to myself, "Hell, this is a mess. This is going to be terrible." And I never stopped.
Oh, you're very modest. Very modest. Were you one of those 5'5", stocky, God bless him, Rod Marsh types?
I don't know you personally, Rowie. I think I was built like you.
Yeah, short and fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Rex, don't put yourself down, mate. I wasn't always short and fat.
No, I was.
Oh, were you? You come out short and fat. No wonder you're a wicket keeper.
Exactly.
And tell us about the great Kenneth George Cunningham. We love to have fun with him. He's an icon for us, and I'm sure he was as a teammate for you guys, Rex.
No, look, I won't put him down. He was an icon. He was a much, much, much better player than he ever gave himself credit for, and anyone will tell you that. Terrific bloke, the worst roommate in the world, the most untidy man in the world,
Jeez.
And would not eat breakfast unless someone else ordered it for him. He was a pain in the you-know-what.
Get out. Now, you know he has a sports show with Cornsey on Saturday, and he's going to play this and he'll have a crack back at you, Rex.
I can handle it.
You can. Hey, I as you do your homework. Well, I try to, Rex. I knew a fair bit about you through KG and the years. You're Rex Pole Blundell. Your middle name is Pole, P-O-L-E. Now, it'd be okay to have Pole as your middle name if you're a bowler. Where in God's name did you get that middle name?
Now, did KG give that to you, did he?
No, your middle name is Pole.
I know it is. You have to tell the world?
But Rex, I've never heard anyone's name Pole, P-O-L-E.
Well, hopefully you'll never hear it again.
Jeez. That is...
The Blundell family goes back to England, and their original surname was Pole Blundell. That was their surname.
Okay.
And when we came out here, it became a second name, and hopefully now it's a third name, and then it might vanish forever.
Rex, well done. Thanks for sharing that. You're a cricketer who played on Christmas Day. There's not going to be too many in the future, I don't think. I'm glad we don't play Christmas Day. You're a dear mate of KG's, and if you're a dear mate of his, you're a dear mate of mine, Rex. Thanks for sharing your story.
Pleasure. Thanks for calling.
Well done, Rex Blundell there, former SA cricketer. He was more than just a former SA cricketer. Played a lot of first-class games with Kenneth George. Played Sheffield Shield cricket on Christmas Day. And there you go. And I remember back in the day, a lot of people wouldn't play sport on Sunday. Well, look where we've evolved.
Crazy.
Good Friday, Anzac Day. Sunday's not even a holy day now, or a religious. It's just another day.
It's another day to get to the footy or the cricket.
I love those stories. Rex Blundell, our guest.
And all thanks to Walco. We love Where Are They Now for the stories they provide, but just take you back to a very different time.
Yeah, time to get a Walco Guardian pool cover. Your pool will thank you. Walco.com.au. Love going back to those days. Thanks, Rex. Let's go to Hardwick Bay. Swanee.
Okay, Rory, how you going, mate?
You got a favourite footy jumper?
Yeah, I have the lace-up one. Gillis Plains High School.
Okay.
In the 80s, we had lace-up Guernsey.
Get out. Did they cost more?
No, they were just handed. They were just kept, they were handed up and up and up. And I tell you what, lace-up Guernsey, you won't get tackled.
No, but you break your bloody fingers tackling you when you get caught in them. I've got a few crooked fingers.
Tight enough, Rowie. You shouldn't get your fingers caught. I reckon they should bring back the lace-up Guernsey.
Yeah, I don't want to big note myself, but I reckon I tackled Timmy G a couple of times and reckon I might have crooked a couple of my fingers. So tell us about your jumper. What did it look like?
It was a dark blue and a light blue stripes up and down.
Yep.
And yeah, they were just and Gillis Plains High. I mean, we had some pretty good handy players come out of it. I think the Jarman brothers come out of Gillis Plains High.
They did too. Keki, Rosberg.
Adam Saliba.
Adam Saliba.
Had a run with us.
He turned bloody 50 the other day. I saw it on Twitter. How could Slabs be 50? Is he?
Yeah, bloody oath, yeah.
God, he could play.
I mean, Rowie, bring back the lace-up Guernseys.
All right.
And there won't be so much tackles.
Yeah.
You won't be able to grab
Do you know what? Swanee, that is a bloody good point. There you go. Bring back lace-ups and you won't have 180 tackles in a game.
Right.
Well done, Swanberger. Hello, Paul.
G'day, boys. How you going? Yeah, bring back the lace-up Guernseys, mate. I'd love to see me in one now. Jesus. Should be a Barry Crocker.
Yeah.
Just on the juniors umpiring and stuff like that, I had just heard that gentleman talking. I think it is a bit of a worry. I go to juniors a fair bit, being an assistant coach, and I think everyone's getting riled up about the kids that are actually doing the umpiring. They're getting younger and younger, and the kids, they're putting them in older age groups, and that's the frustration. That it seems as though that they're not training them properly, and that's what it's coming down to, the training. They're just, because I know they're short-staffed, but at the end of the day, they've got to train these kids or put an older one with them, because that's what's destroying it. That's in my opinion, and that's why everyone gets riled up, because some of these kids don't know the rules fully, and they can be very intimidated by the crowd.
Yep.
You can call holding the ball from the sidelines and they'll call it, So it has been done. We've done it. I must admit, you'd be a liar if you said you haven't done it. But, and, you don't do it on purpose, obviously. But, yeah, and also...
Yeah, but you yell out ball, but you wouldn't yell out you maggot or...
No, definitely not. No,
I think that's what they're getting at. Everyone understands this frustration, a jeer or a call, but, to become personal, name dropping, get aggressive. I think that's what they're trying to rule out. You get a blue card, it's $100 fine. Thanks, Paul. Let's go to Grenwith. Darren.
Hey, Stephen, how you going, mate?
Good.
Yeah, look, it is hard for these young kids to umpire, sports these days, and, they're the ones that are doing it and other people won't put their hands up, okay? But I've got a 13-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old daughter that both play AFL. The amount, and they wear headgear, but the amount of times that my daughter's heads have been taken off and nothing gets done, and this is right in front of these young umpires, and one of my daughters was basically tackled by her headgear and slung, and it's play on. Now, as a parent, you can appreciate sitting on the sidelines, you're not going to be happy about that. They need to have an adult umpire with them to teach them these things are not correct. The other issues that we have, especially in the younger games, is and it seems to be like, okay, I don't have boys, but with the girls' games, there's a lot of umpires that are umpiring for the clubs they play for. Now, if that should not be happening. They should have a pool of umpires, and no umpire should be umpiring a game for the club that they play for, because the bias is, you can see it, Rowie, it is disgusting.
Honestly, Darren, do you honestly think that?
I do, mate. Like, I mean, I've watched these girls play this sport, one of them since she was 12, for 5 years, and some of the umpiring can be so biased, it's not funny. We've had, like, a couple of games back, my 13-year-old daughter, for instance, I won't say who she plays for, who she was playing against, but there's been a report put in about the umpire swearing at our players.
Oh, dear. So the standard's one thing, but you're not going to sledge them, are you, Darren? You're not going to be aggressive and...
No, but you know, when
it's just frustrating.
Your daughter get hurt,
yeah.
I'm not one to swear and all that. As I said to you to start with, these kids are out there where nobody else wants to be. But the SANFL just leave them there without any, adult supervision. They need to have a mentor with them when they're umpiring these games. And if they've got this big pool of umpires, they need to start making it that if you play for a club, you cannot umpire when that club's playing.
I think there are a couple of things there, Darren. Number one, they don't have a big pool of umpires. Right. They need to get 350 of them to umpire 388 games. Women's league, girls' leagues have exploded. And it's exploded to the point where the next 1 or 2 or 3 years, they're going to be short in umpires. And I don't know whether this is true, but I think if I was managing it, you might put the better umpires to the boys and the worst ones to the girls. And if they're doing that, you're going to get frustration with that. So it's a little bit of, patience while it grows together. And look, it doesn't matter what the age or how bad the umpiring decision is, just button your lip.
Yep. It's as simple as that.
Don't abuse that young 14-year-old who's trying to do his damn best. It's probably his second or third or fourth or fifth game. He's intimidated, and he's not biased towards the team. I think the squeaky wheel will get the grease.
Common sense, I think, should prevail in those situations. The teams are just about to drop for Port and Crows. We'll get to them on the other side of this break. First, let's check your traffic.
Residual delays following a crash at Vale Park North East Road near Ascot Avenue, and also Salisbury Downs Kings Road near Lakeview Drive. A breakdown at Martin Portrush Road just before Paynham Road. The left-hand lane is closed inbound. At Cowandilla, urgent gasworks at Donald Rabin Drive near Wilson Street has one lane closed down to 40 outbound. Heavy delays outbound South Road at Anzac Highway. Free delivery on KFC's Christmas in July feasts. Slay what? Only on the KFC app. Not everywhere, not forever. Offer waves the $8.95 delivery fee only, peeps. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The Skip, Mark Bickley, talks footy with Rowie each Friday night. Thanks to Jarvis Toyota. Rediscover the road in the all-new Toyota Land Cruiser 300 at Jarvis Toyota, South Road, Clovelly Park.
I'm Kathy Nagel, the Chief Executive Officer of Western Hospital at Henley Beach. Did you know that Western Hospital specialists are some of the most experienced in South Australia? We've handpicked our surgeons and physicians to ensure you are cared for in a compassionate and trusted environment. Your health is our priority as we provide care in our one-stop healthcare hub. For more information on our specialist team of surgeons and physicians, visit westernhospital.com.au. Your hospital that cares.
I feel like I've been counting sheep all night.
Sounds like you need circadian.
Don't you mean circadian rhythm?
No, circadian. It's prolonged release melatonin and it helps improve sleep quality.
Circadian?
Yeah, circadian. You can ask your doctor or your pharmacist if it's right for you.
Thinking melatonin? Think circadian. Sleep better, live better. Visit circadian.com.au for more tips on sleep. For people 55 years or older, ask your pharmacist about this product.
Are you 65 or over and in general good health? Are you interested in helping your community? At FIVEaa, we're inviting people to participate in important clinical research. Learn more and register your interest today. Visit evrima.com.au/trials. That's evrima.com.au/trials.
Check out what I got at Sip and Save.
Whoa, that is one ugly jumper.
It's not just any ugly jumper, it's a Cooper's ugly jumper, exclusive to Sip and Save.
Cool, you got the Christmas in July look sorted. How do I get one?
Well, you just buy any 3 cases of participating Cooper's 24-pack beer.
Oh, it is snuggly. I don't know if green's my colour though.
How about purple? There are 4 different designs to collect.
Now you're talking.
You better hurry though, they're only available while stocks last. See website for T's and C's. 1-hour delivery available in selected areas. Just download our app. Catalogue specials out now at sipandsave.com.au.
Bonus local delivery on selected Australian-made mattresses now at Harvey Norman when you spend over $999. All the big brands: King Coil by AH Beard, Sleepmaker, Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, Sealy Optimum and Body Balance by AH Beard. Buy local, support Australian-made manufacturing and receive bonus delivery on selected Australian-made mattresses when you spend over $999. Available on in-store purchases only. Bonus local delivery on selected Australian-made mattresses now at Harvey Norman.
Hi, Shayna Blaze here. As a designer, I know how tricky it can be to design the perfect bathroom. So I teamed up with Beaumont Tiles and created complete bathroom packages. Drop into Beaumont's for complete bathroom packages designed by me.
The fully electric Kia EV6, Wheels Car of the Year, and the Kia Sportage, Drive Car of the Year. To pick your side in this sibling rivalry, visit kia.com.au.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Walker Crash Repairs. For easy insurance repairs on your caravan. Get it fixed right with Walker Crash Repairs.
This is Roey's Sports Show.
It's 6 minutes to 6. Teams have dropped.
Well, they have. Crows have dropped Jimmy. He was the Medi sub. Coming into the emergency list, Himmelberg, Worrell, Braden, Cook. One of them
Overall,
will be the sub.
Unchanged.
Sydney, unchanged. Port Adelaide, well, no Fantasia.
No. No race.
Jed McEntee is in, so they've put a small in. Mead's been admitted. Riley Bonner in for one and now out for one. Sam Melagola is the only out for Geelong Cats. They're the teams. Port Adelaide had their march. It was from the Mall to Adelaide Oval, and then, well, COVID intervened. So from this Saturday, the iconic march is back. Joining us, Parlimo. He is the coordinator. Parlimo, how good's this? Tell us about it.
Hello, Rowie. How are you, mate?
You're marching from North Adelaide to Adelaide Oval. Tell us all the details.
Look, mate, it's been tiresome, but 3 weeks ago we got news that the Port Adelaide wanted to pass on the march to the fans, and we got cracking straight away with sponsors, with a band. We've got the little itty bitty band working with us, and we've got the banner, our power banner, support banner, and mate, we'll be heading off from about 10 to 3.
Oh, fantastic. Romeo's are supporting, great community-minded company, great supporters of us. So what time, where do you march from? Give us those details.
To all the fans, will be the band will arrive to do their pre-warm-up and music at about 2:15, and we'll head up about 10 to 3. We'll go down O'Connell Street, through to the park and through to the back roads and on to the northern end of Adelaide Oval and around to the eastern grandstand, which is about a kilometre.
And what I love as well, Parlimo, is you're bringing in a charity, my charity, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You've got a sausage sizzle at the start or at the end with them?
At the start, yeah.
Oh, that is brilliant. And there's some talk you'll do it with the Crows next year.
Oh, now come on, Rowie, who told you that?
Someone, well, bloody you did, Sam. No, don't nod your head and just turn your mic off.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Yeah, no, we're working with the Crows, with the president of the cheer squad. I'll let you know now that there is a big possibility for next year, yes.
Okay, well, there we go. So, Sam, you were correct when you gave me that info. Yeah. Parlimo, well done. Congratulations. Good stuff. I hope you get a good crowd there and hope we can raise some money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So, just again, the time and the place for people that want to do the march.
It's the Village Shopping Centre in
O'Connell
Street. And we started about 2:15 with the van, and we leave at 10 to 3. And just a quick thank you to all of the Port Adelaide Football Club for being very supportive.
Fantastic, Parlimo. Well done. Be good to get that back.
From the Port Supporters Group.
Legendary.
Well done. We are out of time.
Good man.
The last shout, that was it. David Wildy, Malcolm Blighty going to follow with Sports Day SA. Back tomorrow from 4.
Hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles. Our famous July Spend and Save is on now. Yes, our famous July Spend and Save is the best national tiles event of the year. Spend 1,000 and we'll only charge you $750.